The next lecture of group theory, we start with the fundamental theorem of homomorphism. Now consider the statement of theorem, that is the mapping phi from G to G dash be a group homomorphism with kernel of phi equals to H. Then phi of G is a group and there is a canonical homomorphism of phi of G with the factor group G by H. That is the equivalent statement of fundamental theorem, says that the factor group G by kernel of mapping phi is isomorphic to its image set, that is phi of G. Now see the proof of that theorem. Here the given that the subgroup H equals to kernel of phi, and we already proved that kernel is a normal subgroup of group G. Therefore G by H is factor group. Also phi of G, it is less than or equal to the group G dash, that is image set. Then we define a mapping, say mu from the factor group G by H to phi of G, and our claim is to show that this mapping is an bijective mapping. For that purpose, we first check that the given map mu is well defined or not. For this, consider the two elements in the factor group G by H, that is the G1H equals to G2H, where G1 is not equals to G2. Then applying mu on both sides, that is mu of G1H equals to mu of G2H, and we have to show that its image set, that is phi of G1 equals to phi of G2 or not. Now here G1H equals to G2H, then by the property of coset, it is defined as G2 belongs to the coset G1H. Hence G1 inverse G2 belongs to H, but H is nothing but kernel of phi. Therefore G1 inverse G2 equals to, or it belongs to the kernel of phi subset, that is phi of G1 inverse G2 equals to identity, but phi is homomorphism, therefore it is phi of G1 inverse phi of G2 equals to identity. Hence phi of G1 equals to phi of G2, hence mu is well defined. Now to show that for the isomorphism, we check the 1-1 correspondence. For that purpose, mu of G1H equals to mu of G2H. This implies phi of G1 equals to phi of G2, and hence phi of G2 inverse phi of G1 equals to identity in G dash, which is E dash. But phi is homomorphism. This implies phi of G2 inverse G1 equals to identity. Hence G2 inverse G1 belongs to H, since H is kernel of mapping phi, and G2 inverse G1 goes to identity, therefore it belongs to kernel. Hence by the property of coset, G1 belongs to G2H. Therefore G1H equals to G2H, since H is kernel of phi, this implies phi is mu is 1-1. Similarly show that mu is onto. Hence for any element, say G dash in phi of G, there exists a element G belongs to G such that phi of G equals to G dash. This implies mu of GH equals to phi of G equals to G dash, therefore mu is onto function. Therefore mu is 1-1 onto, which is bijective function. Now to check the homomorphism, mu of G1H into G2H equals to mu of G1 G2H. From the definition of mu, it is phi of G1 G2. Phi is homomorphism, it is phi of G1 into phi of G2, which is mu of G1H into mu of G2H. Therefore mu is group homomorphism, bijective function, hence it is isomorphism. Hence G by H, it is isomorphic to phi of G, and hence we prove the fundamental theorem of homomorphism. Now we go through the homomorphism, then isomorphism, then we go through the next concept, that is the automorphism. Now we see the definition of automorphism. A isomorphism phi from G to G, same group G to G of a group G with itself is an automorphism if the automorphism denoted by Ig of G to G, where Ig of x is defined as Gx G inverse, and for every x belongs to G it is defined, then that automorphism is called as inner automorphism of G. Then performing Ig on x is called conjugation of x by G. Now we see the next example of automorphisms and inner automorphism. Also, if Ig of H equals to H, if and only if Gh equals to Hg, hence, but it is the equivalent definition of normal subgroups. Hence, the normal subgroup of a group G are precisely those that are invariant under the all automorphism. Also, consider the second note, that is a subgroup K of group G is conjugate subgroup of H if K equals to Ig of H for some G belongs to G. Next example, let G be a group and G belongs to G be the fixed element. Then define the mapping Ig from G to G such that Ig of X equals to Gx G inverse for every X belongs to G. Then show that Ig is an automorphism. What is definition of automorphism? Even if it is an inner automorphism, for an automorphism, to prove that the mapping Ig is an isomorphism from G to G, for the isomorphism we first prove the homomorphism, that is Ig of xy is equals to Gxy G inverse from the definition, and from the other side Ig of x into Ig of y, it is Gx G inverse Gy G inverse. Then by associative property it is defined Gx bracket G inverse G, therefore it becomes Gxy G inverse, which is Ig of xy, hence the mapping Ig, it is an homomorphism. Similarly, Ig of x equals to Ig of y, then Gx G inverse equals to Gy G inverse. Then by left cancellation and right cancellation law, x equals to y, therefore mapping is 1 1. Also, for the checking for onto, let for any y belongs to G be the any element, hence G inverse Yg belongs to G1. Then Ig of G inverse Yg, it defined as y, therefore from the definition it is Ig is onto function, hence Ig is bijective function, therefore it is an automorphism even if it is an inner automorphism. Now next example, to prove that if phi from G to G dash is a group homomorphism and G is abelian, then prove that phi of G is an abelian subgroup of group G dash. It is an important property for a group homomorphism. That is, if phi from G to G dash is group homomorphism, then we have to show that phi of G, it is an subgroup of group G dash. Now it is untrivial. We already proved that image of an mapping, it is an subgroup of its corresponding group, that is G dash. Now it is show that if G is abelian, then phi of G is also abelian, or here we show that phi of G is a subgroup of group G dash. Since for AB belongs to G dash, we have to prove that AB inverse belongs to G dash. We prove this like this way, that is phi of AB inverse equals to phi of A, phi of B inverse, which is phi of B inverse can be written as phi of A, phi of B bracket inverse. Hence we see that phi of G is a group of group G dash. Now to show that if G is abelian, then phi of G is also abelian. Let x consider the two elements in phi of G, xy belongs to G, then phi of G, then there exists AB belongs to G such that phi of A equals to x, phi of B equals to y. Then we have x into y, we have to prove that x into y equals to y into x is equals to phi of AB, but phi is a homomorphism and G is abelian, AB equals to BA, which is phi of B into phi of A, which is yx, hence xy equals to yx, therefore phi of G is abelian group. Now next simple one example, if phi from G to G dash it is group homomorphism and G is cyclic, then phi of G is also cyclic subgroup of group G dash. On the same way we prove that phi of G it is subgroup of group G dash, and given that if G is cyclic, then we have to show that phi of G is cyclic. G is cyclic, that is G is generated by some elements A, that is G can be written as the set A raised to n where n belongs to Z. Hence we have to check that, or we have to prove that the phi of G is also generated by some element. Now x belongs to phi of G be the arbitrary element in phi of G, then there exists B belongs to G such that phi of B equals to x by the definition. Now B equals to A raised to n for some n belongs to Z, then x equals to phi of B equals to phi of A raised to n. Then by the property of homomorphism, phi of A raised to n can be written as phi of A bracket raised to n. Hence every element of phi of G can be expressed in some power of phi of A. Hence phi of A is a generator of phi of G, hence phi of G is cyclic group. Next equivalent property, that is if phi from G to G dash it is group homomorphism, then we have to prove that if n is normal subgroup of group G, then phi of n is also normal subgroup of phi of g. Also, if n dash is normal subgroup of group g dash, then if n dash be a normal subgroup of group g dash, then phi inverse of n dash, it is normal subgroup of g. Now here first we have to show that phi of n is a subgroup, and then we show that normal subgroup. Now that trivially phi of n, it is a subgroup of group g. Since n is a subgroup of group g, then by the property of that homomorphism phi of n is subgroup of phi of g. Now to show that for the normality criteria, to show that phi of n is normal in phi of g, for this consider any element set g dash in phi of g and n dash in phi of n. Then there exists element g belongs to g and n belongs to n, such that from the definition of mapping phi of g equals to g dash, phi of n equals to n dash, then g dash n dash g dash inverse is equals to value of g dash phi of g n dash phi of n g dash phi of g bracket inverse. But phi is homomorphism, therefore it becomes phi of g n g inverse. Hence g n g inverse belongs to n, since n is normal subgroup of group g. Hence applying phi on both sides, phi of g n g inverse belongs to phi of n, and hence g dash n dash g dash inverse belongs to phi of n for every element g dash belongs to phi of g and n dash belongs to phi of n. This proves that phi of n is normal subgroup of group phi of g. Now here equivalently we prove that phi inverse of n dash, it is an subgroup of group g by the property. Now to check the normality criteria, let g belongs to g, x belongs to phi inverse of n dash be the arbitrary element, and then phi of g equals to g dash, it belongs to group g dash, and phi of x belongs to n dash. Now n dash is normal subgroup of group g dash, hence by the definition of normal subgroup, g dash phi of x g dash inverse belongs to n dash, but phi is homomorphism, therefore it becomes g dash equals to phi of g dash ची value अपन phi of g substitute केली, it becomes phi of g phi of x phi of g inverse, and phi is homomorphism, it is equivalent to phi of gx g inverse belongs to n dash. Hence applying phi inverse both sides, this implies gx g inverse belongs to phi inverse of n dash for every g belongs to g and x belongs to phi inverse of n dash. Hence phi inverse of n dash is normal subgroup of group g. These are the equivalent properties of a normal subgroups and the isomorphism